Welcome, everyone, to the general gaming channel known as M12 Warthog Game.
Hey guys, M12 Warthog Game here. I'm back with another RuneScape video. And today, I want to do a different kind of video on RuneScape rather than answering someone's questions and whatnot that people have about stuff that I do on RuneScape and whatnot. I'm going to do gameplay of making a cake. Why making a cake? Well, pretty soon it's going to be my birthday on April 6th. I'm actually recording this about 4 days before my birthday, but I figured why not? Why not make one? Now, of course, what you're going to need is a few pots, and you need one bucket, a pot, cake tin, and a few other ingredients that don't require these tools. But as you can see, I have some in my inventory. Enough for 3 cakes, because, well, cooking level, the higher it is, the higher chance that you're going to, burn the cake. You must require at least a level 40 cooking to do so. And pretty much, I think, a level 50 to make a chocolate cake, which pretty much, I don't see why they need, like, the extra 10 levels for chocolate, because in order to make a chocolate cake, you have to already bake the cake, then you just add chocolate on afterwards, so it's like the cake's already done. Now, as you can see, I have about 7 wheat in my inventory. I may need to make another trip back, but as you can see here, this is a mill. Examine mill. There's nothing in there. As you can see, there's no flour. Of course, this person here is going to tell you what to do and whatnot. There's actually a mill in the cooking's guide that you can access. I think you need level 33 or somewhere around there for cooking. And you actually need a cooking hat on. I actually have one in my bank account, in my bank area, where I can go and store my stuff. But here's the thing, I don't need that at the moment. Now, what you do is you can explore, walk around this. But one thing you do is you click on wheat, then you use the hopper. Then you have to activate the lever, and the wheat falls down. It allows you to investigate it if you just click on it. You have to manually put wheat in there, then do it. The third floor is the chute. Second floor is the grinder. The flour comes out on the bottom floor. You need a pot to store it in. Now, pots, cake tins, and buckets can be relatively cheap, and you can buy most of this stuff if you buy them from a general store for like under 10 gold each. Although the combined price of all these pots and stuff might be over that, but each individual item is probably less than 10 GP or gold pieces. Now, of course, you can pretty much sell stuff from, like, to easily get this kind of... It's relatively easy to get. Now, the wheat you just need to pretty much can get from any wheat field. It doesn't really matter which one. As long as it grows wheat. There are other places that I know of, such as outside Varrock, but that is the cooking guild, and you need to have a high enough cooking level and the proper attire to enter the place. Now, of course, you need like 7 to 8 of this. I only got 7, so I may need to get more, but as you can see, that once you are done with this, and the wheat grows back, as you can see over here where my cursor is, then all the wheat is grown back, and it shows up each individually on each screen. So, like, just like if you were to kill a monster, the loot would show up on your screen, not on someone else's, so that they don't take your stuff. You can take flour from bin. I think you can get several pots full of it. I've gotten at least 3. Now that's one part to this. Now the next part is to go get milk and eggs. Now, of course, you can get milk from cows. There are other ways to get milk as well. Now, there's a bit of lag. The guy's not moving. But, one of the things that we need is eggs, and right here you can get some. As you can see, take egg. Chickens drop these. You can find them, loot all. I actually got 2 there. You can take another egg, 1, and there, I got 3. Now, this is all right next to Lumbridge, and if you don't know how to get to the mill that I went to, you pretty much go north until you pretty much go a little bit just follow the path north until it takes a turn west. And this is default view. If you reset camera, this is default view. Just follow this path on the minimap up until it tells you to take a right, and then eventually it will show up when you face that way on your right as well. Now, right from Lumbridge, which you start out here once you're done with the tutorial, I think. I'm not sure. They may have changed the tutorial since I played in, and I know that they've been known based on what my friends have said that each one has gone through a different tutorial in the beginning. But this is the lodestone, so if you teleport there, you can use this as a point of reference. Just go over this bridge. Past all these orcs that spawn. You can slay them for combat experience. You can get bones from that and whatnot, and maybe not so much good loot. Maybe for low-rank players who don't have bronze weaponry and armor, I guess sometimes it drops it, but for me, I use rune because that's better, and I can actually do that. Whoops, I accidentally told it to click a butterfly. They like fly around right when you don't want it to. Now, of course, only dairy cows are suitable for milking. So, of course, you can milk cows and get milk from them. Now, of course, I don't remember if you have to do a quest to do this, as it's been a while since I've actually, really done quests, as I've just been going around exploring in the more recent times that I've played this, because I've just recently been able to get back onto RuneScape. I stopped for a period, and the period before I stopped playing this for a while was because I didn't have internet access and whatnot, and the time before that I was just playing and exploring the members area because I was a member temporarily. And now that we have all of that stuff, there's also over here, there's some chickens and whatnot. You can get eggs from here as well. But after that, you can make an uncooked cake. Now, it used to be where you had to add in one of these. I think it was flour first, then bucket of milk and eggs, and you had to do it in a certain order. Now, if you just tell it to click one of these 3 things and add it, it will just mix all of them together. Now, of course, you can't cook this on a fire because a stove is designed to evenly cook stuff throughout the whole piece of food product. You want it evenly cooked. A fire is good if you just want to cook a piece of meat or something on there and do that. In some places, maybe more cooked than others because it's just a fire and whatnot. But this is one of the few items that you can't cook on a fire. But one of the positives of being able to cook on a stove rather than a fire is that you have a higher chance of success when cooking something, which means you'll have a less likely chance to actually burn it than to cook it. And not only that, but you can go in and use stoves. I know there's one in Lumbridge. I think you have to do a quest to use this one. If you don't, there's actually one just beyond the axe shop, which is just south of the castle. It's literally walking distance. It used to... And I think that guy's cooking pizzas because he burnt some. And he just dropped them on the ground because burnt food is useless food, pretty much. Except for one case where you actually had to burn food for part of a spell for some sort of witch-related quest. And I had trouble doing that because they wanted a burnt piece of cow meat or something like that, like the meat that you get from cows. And I couldn't burn it because I was level 51, and when you're at that level, cooking something that requires a level 1 cooking level, you don't burn it, ever. And that's the annoying thing. But it took me forever to find out that I could just cook something that's already properly cooked and overcook it and burn it. Now, of course, if you don't want the things to burn, then you don't need to do that. Now, of course, I got 1, 2. Now, of course, I got 3. Now, I wasn't expecting to get it all right on first try because I only have 59 for cooking level. And that only requires level 40. Now, of course, when you get to 50, like I do, like at least to 50, you can get chocolate and add that on there. Now, there are many ways to get chocolate. I think, someone told me that there was like this there's a rare chance that you could get it as a drop. I'm not so sure about that, but I do know if you go to part serum, however you say that, they have weird names for places. I know there is a food shop, and you can easily go and get stuff there, like food for cheap. Although the food that they get there are like will not be as good as cake here. Like this restores 333 food, health, HP per slice, and that's 3 each. So in total, that's 999. Although I do like you guys to note that if it seems a little bit off how much it says it heals versus how much I'm actually getting healed is because my expensive spices increase the amount of health I get from each food I eat by 50. Now, if I talk to him, can I buy something, please? Yes, of course. One of the things you can buy is chocolate. Of course, I'm going to get 3. And seeing as you already cooked the cake, you don't need to worry about burning the cake. Although when you do click on an item, it doesn't say click to use because this is a separate food that can be eaten by itself. So you need to right-click, use on cake, and voila! You would have 3 chocolate cakes. And that is how you make cakes within RuneScape. And now, I can just teleport to Flador and host myself a party. Although it's 4 days early for this party, but, you know, it's RuneScape. You can do whatever you want, pretty much. Unless you teleport to a random event, but that used to happen long ago. Now, of course, cakes are awesome for birthdays and whatnot, and if you like to have parties with your friends on birthdays, you can also do, parties in the Flador room. Now, I think there is worlds specifically set aside for that, although I think you can put stuff in the chest anyway, and, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go see, because I know when I scroll through the world list, I said Flador party room, so maybe there's a specific room set aside for it, but I think you could do it here as well. Now, as far as I know, since the last time I went here, you could buy knights that appear and spawn on this table and do some dancing. Only they do a different dance compared to the emote, which is, this is my dance. They have a special white knight dance that they do. Apparently, they can do that. That we don't have. Maybe it's a members-only emote that you could probably do. Now, of course, you can deposit stuff up to 200 different things. Can't be taken away once you do it, and I'm just going to deposit a cake here for whoever wants one. And now I'm going to exit out of this. So the next person to come along and pay us for this could get a chocolate cake made by me. I am one of the nicest people ever. Just giving away free cake like that. Now, of course, I could buy the balloons and drop it down, but I don't want to take an action, because I don't want to just pay 100k pay 1k just to get my chocolate cake back. It's just, to me, it's more worth it to buy the cake, buy a cake from the actual store, which would probably cost less than 1k. Now, of course, as you guys can see that there's, of course, as you guys should know, that if you climb upstairs, you can buy drinks as well as some from the bar on the other side of Flador. Now, aside from that, I do want you to note that a regular cake heals 333 health. chocolate cake is 416. Now this is per bite. Cakes can be eaten up to 3 times. See? Eat 2/3 of a chocolate cake. Can you just eat it again? And then again. That's some good chocolate cake. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for today. The next thing to do is just save this cake, this last chocolate cake, for my birthday. Deposit that. Deposit all of my cake-like things into there. And I guess I will see you guys later in another video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, leaving any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comments section down below would be highly appreciated. And I will see you guys later in another video. Bye-bye!